Today, we're talking about something that happens quietly in the background of our digital lives. It's called data collection, and it affects pretty much everyone who uses a phone, a computer, or really any kind of smart device. Our goal here is simple. We just want to help you understand what's happening and show you a few easy ways to protect your information. This is all about staying aware and feeling empowered, not about creating any fear. So, let's get started. So, to answer the question you see here, we first have to realize that every single day, the devices we count on, our phones, our laptops, even our smartwatches, are silently collecting bits of information about us. And this constant flow of data is what starts to form your digital identity. And a lot of the time, we don't even realize it's happening. And the range of data being collected is just vast. It's not just one thing. We're talking about your browsing history, what you buy online, where you go from day to day, and even things like the hours you sleep. All these little individual data points are being gathered up. When you put all of that collected data together, it creates what's known as your digital identity. As you can see, it's basically a detailed online profile of your habits, your preferences, your life. Now, companies use this profile for things like advertising, but this information can also be stored, analyzed, and sometimes sold to other data brokers. Now, this might sound a little overwhelming. I get it. But it's so important to remember that you have control here. You are not helpless. Let's look at some really practical steps you can take to manage your digital footprint. We're going to walk through 5 simple habits you can start building. These are small changes, but they can make a huge difference in cutting down on data collection and helping you take back your privacy. Let's dive into the first one. So many apps ask for permission to access data that they don't actually need to do their job. Think about it. A simple flashlight app, for instance, has absolutely no reason to request access to your location or your contacts. The key here is to just get into the habit of reviewing the permissions for your apps. Go into your device settings and just turn off any access that doesn't seem right or necessary. Just stay alert about what you're agreeing to. Okay, our next habit is a pretty clever strategy. It's all about creating some separation between the different parts of your online life. This really helps to contain all that tracking and spam, and it keeps it away from your most important accounts. This here shows a really powerful way to do this. So on the left, you've got your core identity. That's your main email and phone number, the one you save for trusted contacts like work and family. And on the right, you have a secondary identity. A totally different email for everything else, online shopping, newsletters, app trials. This simple separation keeps your personal digital life so much more secure. Here's something you might not know. A lot of apps keep running and sending data even after you think you've closed them. It's called background tracking, and it happens completely silently. The fix is really simple. Just go into your phone settings and turn off background app refresh for any apps that don't absolutely need it. Not only does this protect your privacy, but it can also save your battery life, which is a nice little bonus. All right, now for a guiding principle that is just incredibly useful in the digital world. It's about how we should think about all those services and apps that are offered to us for free. This quote, it really captures a fundamental truth about the internet. When a service, like a free game or maybe a productivity tool, doesn't charge you any money, well, it's often making money in another way. And very often that way is by collecting and selling your data. So whenever you see something offered for free, just pause and ask yourself, how is this company really making its money? Cloud services are amazing, right? They're so convenient. Most of our devices are set to automatically upload our photos, our documents, our contacts. But it's really important to remember that when your data is in the cloud, it's living on someone else's server. So for your most sensitive files, maybe consider turning off that auto sync feature. You can always choose to store them locally on your device or on a separate encrypted hard drive. This gives you direct control over your most private information. The big takeaway here is that your personal data has real value. It's a resource, so we shouldn't just be giving it away without a second thought. Thinking of it like treasure, as this suggests, helps us remember to protect it and to just be more mindful of who we share it with. And, this is really the core message. Protecting your information isn't about hiding away. It's about empowerment. The more you control your own data, the more freedom you have over your own digital life. The goal here is not to fear technology, but to use it wisely and with a little bit of caution. Simply being aware of how your data is being used, that's the single biggest step toward protecting it. Awareness is protection. If you stay alert, you stay safe. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay aware, and please consider sharing this information with your family to help them stay safe too.